MattyVision.com. Thank you, Coach Kettle, for stopping by, giving some insight to the Lackawanna Trail basketball team. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a doctor of sports and a very handsome judge. My name's Mad Matty the Moose, and this is the best local sports show in Pennsylvania or New York.
Or New York, yeah.
Yes, looking into some Carolina soccer guys. I just made a connection today. How about that? We got a Carolina following. You know that? Ladies and gentlemen, all rise. The very handsome Muggsy McLovin going to run you around NEPA.
Very clean shaven. He's a very clean shaven Muggsy today.
That's right. We put out a...
Usually he's got that like 5 o'clock shadow look going on.
We said a very single Muggsy, and his Twitter blew up to 62,000 fans overnight.
I hope I can get that many followers.
Oh, don't throw me coffee. Thank you, Egbert. Go ahead, Muggs.
Anyway, we're talking first round of the PIAA Basketball Tournament occurred over the weekend, and very successful for our Lackawanna teams. 8 out of the 11 won. 4 on each night. So we'll start on Friday's action with Abington Heights boys. Very convincing win over Shikellamy.
All they do is win.
Shikellamy.
67-37 in a very balanced effort. 14 points from Jamie Egan, 12 from the Mega Shao.
Well, it's Mega Shao.
And 11 from TJ Murray and Jason the Beast Bamford on the boards. Didn't score that many points, but he crashed the boards big time for Abington Heights in the first round. And they will be playing Philadelphia Electrical Charter on tomorrow night. The second game of a doubleheader at Bethlehem Freedom High School, 7:30.
Don't have to worry about them running out of batteries.
It was reported that after that game, all the Shikellamy fans, they all said, "Oh, Shikellamy," when they lost. Nothing? No? I'm working on that all day.
I'm
working on that one all day.
There's silence here.
If there was a studio audience, they would have liked that one.
Anyway, Philadelphia Electrical, the number 3 seed out of District 12. Very difficult schedule for this team. They played Imhotep Charter, the team that would be in the quarterfinals if Abington were to win tomorrow night, and also Communications Tech, which I talked about maybe as an opponent for Holy Cross down there.
Holy Cross!
Anyway, actually, and their counterparts for Abington Heights, the Scranton Prep boys, also very convincing against District 4 competition, running away from Milton 69-32, went out quickly, 14-0. It went up. These first 2 times they had the ball, touchdown. They were up 14-0, 17-3 after 1, and just ran away with the game. Matt Knowles, 15 points, and then 14 points each from Tim Rose and James Fives. And but Scranton Prep, they will have their work cut out for them tomorrow night. They will be playing the 3-time defending state champions in AAA, the Saints of Newman Goretti.
Hello, Newman.
They were, as you might expect, they are a very dominant team, very convincing first-round win over Bishop McDevitt. And that game is at Parkland High School tomorrow night at 7:30. Quickly to the girls, Walla-Palpak, after winning their first District 2 championship in girls basketball, got a very tough game from District 11's Parkland. Walla-Palpak gets a 43-40 win after a last-second shot by Parkland went off the front rim at Scranton's tough rim.
Clang!
Walla-Palpak got a 19-point effort from Alex Roman and another 11 from Bridget Mann. She's a woman. Remember that. She's not a man. She's a woman.
Man, is that 1 N or 2?
2 N's.
2 N.
Walla-Palpak, the second round, will take them to the first game tomorrow night at Bethlehem Freedom, 6 o'clock against District 1 champion Springford with a record of 25-2.
Bart Simpson plays for that team.
Springford, not Springfield.
Oh.
Yeah. And the Dunmore girls, all they keep doing is winning. They were also against District 4 competition. They had a 12-point win, 44-32 over Muncie, over the Lady Indians on Friday night at Scranton. Muncie, they just did not like Scranton's rims either. Only 8 points in the first half. And the two field goals that Muncie had bank shots. Can't win in that gym with 2 bank shots in the first half. Not that Dunmore was any better, but they were just better enough. They did just enough.
Parquet.
Yeah. Jill Korjeski and Mariah Majeski each had 13 points for the Lady Bucks.
Skis.
10 points for Molly Burke, and they will be facing a very familiar foe tomorrow night at Pottsville Marts Hall, York Catholic, the Fighting Irish down there.
They're not the Peppermint Patties?
No. Yeah, the District 3 champions, they'll be playing at 6 o'clock at Marts Hall. Seems like every other year these 2 teams are playing one another in the state tournament. And the two teams that lost on Friday were the Holy Cross girls. They dropped a 72-48 game to the Lone Catholic out of District 3. They had 9 points from Katie Purcell and Gab Giordano. Their season ends at 19-8 with their record. And the Old Forge boys had a nearly beat District 11 Pius X, 50-47 loss. Brian Tomasetti had 22 points in that game to wrap up his basketball career for Old Forge. Old Forge finishes 12-13, but a deceiving record considering all the teams that they played in their league. So those were the teams that played on Friday.
Down and out? Having a bad day? Go to MattyVision.com, where smiles are not only guaranteed, they're also free. So go around and explore, have some fun, learn something, and who knows, you might even make a friend. MattyVision.com, we dream big.
Moving on to the teams that played on Saturday, we got to start with Holy Cross.
Holy Cross!
It was a huge game. You had 2 teams, I think when you look at the records, had 45 wins between them and maybe 10 losses between them. And it was a very competitive game, as a lot of people thought it would be. 60-55, Holy Cross gets the win. Key of this game was Holy Cross's ability to Lewisburg. They held Lewisburg without a point for a 9-minute stretch between the 3rd and 4th quarters to turn a 39-35 deficit to a 46-39 lead. To pretty much, and then Holy Cross got key 3 throws late from Connor Coleas.
That's good enough to win in high school basketball. Is either big droughts of offense or big runs when your offense goes on a big run.
I had the runs one time. It was not pretty.
Just once.
A couple.
Pretty good.
They will be playing a Delaware Valley Charter School out of Philadelphia on Wednesday at Bethlehem Freedom, 7:30. Like with Delaware Valley Charter, they also played in the same league as Philadelphia Electrical. So you play Imhotep Charter, you play Communications Tech. They're under 500, but it's a very deceiving under 500 team with all the teams you play down there.
I'm hoping those Philly teams play like my Philly team, my 76ers. And our local teams wouldn't be much of a match for them, though.
Yeah.
They're like the Heat.
Right?
Yeah, and they were the only boys team to be successful. The other 3 teams successful on Saturday were girls. Start with the Honesdale girls. It seemed like at Marywood University, I was watching this game, Wayne County was non-existent. The entire Honesdale community was shut down Saturday night for this game.
Yeah.
And, they did not disappoint their fans. A 44-30 win over the Lady Ironmen from Danville. 15 points from Katie Miller, 12 from Natasha Hessling, and
the Lady Iron Men.
I guess I don't know.
I think you guys should work on that.
Yeah.
Iron Ladies.
I don't know. It is what it is. But
the Iron Peeps.
It was one of those games that Honesdale got out early. They were up 15 at halftime, and the 30-15, and it just kind of, I guess you could say, coast in the second half.
The sun opens your eyes.
Yeah. They will be playing Bethlehem Catholic out of District 11 on Wednesday night. Hazleton Area High School, 7:30 p.m. That's the second game of a doubleheader. I'll be talking about the first game in a minute. We've got to move here to Scranton Prep Girls. Congratulations to them. 60-57 winners over Southern Lehigh on Saturday. Trisha Byrne, 24 points. Also got her 1,000th point in this game. So, round of applause.
Milestone.
Her grandfather owns Springfield, too.
pay up front.
I'll put you in touch with Billy the Blue.
Oh, Billy the Blue. I dare not want to dream that meeting.
Never.
Anyway, like I said, 60-57 win over Southern Lehigh. 24 from Tricia Byrne. They will have their work cut out for them, though, on Wednesday. They will be playing the District 3 and undefeated Palmyra area team at Wards Hall. 6 p.m., the first game of a doubleheader down there. And those who want to watch that first game with Scrape Prep, it'd be interesting to see that second game. Williamsport, the team that beat Scranton, is actually playing Chester. Chester, the defending Quad A champions. Chester. Chester's back from the Army.
They're always good, that Chester team.
Yeah. So like I said, 6 p.m. Wednesday night for Scranton Prep girls. And our remaining unbeaten in District 2 continues to win, the Old Forge Lady Blue Devils. Very easy victory, 60-26 over High Point Baptist. 14 points for Laura Carey. Not much effort needed in this one for Old Forge, but they will need their effort. They will need their A game Wednesday. They will be playing Tri-Valley, District 11 champs. A much anticipated matchup. Ever since it looked like the brackets were released in the PIAA, this was the matchup a lot of people wanted to see. Old Forge, Tri-Valley, two very good defensive teams. That game is the first game of that doubleheader at Hazleton on Wednesday, the one that includes Owensdale's girls. And you also have to quick shout out to the Mid Valley boys. They could not win.
Mid Valley boys.
They were unsuccessful in their debut in the PIAA playoffs, but very respectable. 63-54 loss to Loyal Sock. From what I heard, they had a very huge student output that took a 2-hour bus ride out to Williamsport High School for that game. So good
for your local teams.
Yeah, 19 in that game. They had 19 points from Ronnie Tomasetti. Their season concludes 23-6. 3 losses to Holy Cross, 1 to Dunmore, 1 to Wilkes-Barre Myers, and the 1 to Loyal Sock. Not a very good list of teams that they lost to.
Kurt Schilling has Loyal Sox.
Yeah. Yep. Quickly, I also want to recap the PIAA Wrestling Tournament. We had 5 wrestlers that went down to Hershey. Only 2 medaled, and they were from Delaware Valley. Jalen Palmer, 8th place at 132 pounds. He won his second round consolation match over Nick Gibson from McDowell, 8-3 to win that state medal. And Martin Strength placed 6th at 195 pounds. He defeated Dallestown's Cooper Deller in the second round consolations to clinch his state medal. In AA, Connor Rosensweet, he had won his preliminary round match, but then he lost the next 2. If he won either one of those matches, he would have medaled, but it wasn't meant to be for Connor. And the other 2 Delaware Valley wrestlers, Lucas Markowitz and Matt Wagner, were unable to medal. Markowitz was 0-2, Wagner was 1-2 at Hershey this past weekend. And a quick reminder, the PIAA Swimming Championships is this week. Wednesday and Thursday, the AA swimmers at Bucknell University. Friday and Saturday, the AAA swimmers get going. And I also want to, on last week's show, I made a huge omission.
Uh-oh!
Yes, I did. I cited myself for this one.
Oh, boy.
Okay. That's never good.
Sydney Gulatari from Abington Heights was the District 2 champion in the 100 breaststroke in AA. And Bailey Vanderhoff from Wallenpaupack actually set a District 2 record in the 200 IM. That's
intermediate medley?
Her time was 2 minutes, 13 seconds for Vanderhoff for the District 2 record in that event. So those girls, boys and girls, they're on their way down to Bucknell for this week. And one last house cleaning thing from a couple weeks ago. We're into spring sports now. Spring sports practice has started. Tessa Barrett from Abington Heights, you remember her from cross country? She has been on a roll. She was on a roll in the indoor track season. She was the 3,000 meters champion at the PA Track and Field Coaches Association state meet back a back at the end of February with a winning time of 9 minutes 47 seconds, 5th best in the nation.
Wow.
For that event. And then last weekend at the New Balance National Meet, track and field meet in New York City, at 5,000 meters, she placed 4th in the 5th in the nation. 16 minutes 42 seconds for Tessa. Congratulations. Run, yeah. I've officially run out of stuff.
Okay, then I guess that means we're going to take a break and talk to this nutter after the break. Stay tuned, kids.
He'll spit it out of his nose.
Go ahead.
Back from the break. How about that, Muggs? Still single, ladies. Keep blowing up his Twitter at Judge Muggsy. At Judge Muggsy on Twitter.
And clean shaven.
What about Tim's? Tim?
Nobody wants to talk to him.
He's got a.
We're not sure if he tells the truth anytime.
Christian Mingle. That's all I need.
There you go. That's an honest website. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a doctor. All the things happening in your pro and national news in under 17 and a half minutes, hopefully this time. The guy has a tendency to talk a lot. What's up?
Well, as you said, the weather's getting warmer. Tiger Woods, remember that guy?
Tiger Woods, yo. Yeah, he's back with his chick again, right?
He's back. I don't know.
That's what I heard. Hey, Big Rich, is Tiger back with his girl?
Wait, his
Hey,
wife?
Big Rich! Big Rich!
Yes.
Is Tiger back with his woman?
Tiger Woods.
No.
That's what I heard on the radio all day. He's back with his wife, and what happens?
Well, he won his second tournament of the year.
Wow!
Of the season. Yesterday he won the WGC Cadillac tournament. And
In
won it by,
Dural.
yeah. He won it by a couple strokes. He's under a point away from being the #1 golfer in the world. He could actually accomplish that in his next tournament.
Which
So,
would probably
is
be
it
the
safe to say?
Masters.
Is it safe to say that he's back already?
Not until he wins another major.
That's a very popular thing to say.
He's got the Masters next month. We'll see what happens.
Rumor has it he played with a bloody sock, too.
He hasn't been #1 for almost 3 years, like 2.5. I think October 2010 is the last time Tiger Woods was #1 golfer, which is really hard to believe.
Yeah.
Roy McIlroy right now, he still holds
But
that title.
McIlroy is not. He's looking more like Roy McAvoy.
Tin
Yeah.
Cup.
You mean the good tin cup or the bad tin?
The bad tin cup.
Well, see, his last 2 days, every day of last week, his tournament, he shot a little better. Yesterday, he ended up with a 65, and he's kind of like, you know what, you're right. He is a tin cup kind of guy. When he's feeling good, there might not be anyone better.
He may not be the driver that Roy McAvoy
But when
is,
it's not going well, you know,
he's got the.
He has as good a 7-iron as Roy McIlroy.
Yeah. What did Roy McAvoy call it? You're not thinking about the S word?
I learned my golfing mechanics from him. I said, rip it and rip it. That's all I got. I hold it and I swing.
Did you have a caddy like Romeo?
I'm my own caddy.
I had Tommy John. He had Cheech.
Yeah.
Get it?
I got it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I know Roy plays one more tournament before the Masters. I'm not really sure about Tiger's schedule, but it's good to be. The ratings will be better because he's back.
Yeah. If Tiger's in contention at the Masters, it's all the better.
March Madness coming up.
Forget about
What? Forget about basketball.
basketball.
What do you want to talk? You just talked about basketball for an hour.
I know, but March Madness. We can talk about that next week when we're figuring
Carolina
out.
might not make the tournament.
My segue
Is that
is
what I'm hearing?
Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina.
I think they're safe.
They're in.
They're safe. Temple Owls might have punched their ticket yesterday with the win over the number 22 ranked VCU. It's a big win. Their 23rd win of the year.
Yeah, it's.
How about the Indiana? Tell me you didn't like the Indiana-Michigan game.
Oh, I love that.
How crazy
game.
was that? Craziness.
Yeah.
Indiana, just whenever they're about to be declared maybe a favorite in the tournament,
you can't disregard that team that trounced North Carolina on Saturday either.
Yeah.
Don't say their word here.
That's what I said. That team. I didn't say specifically.
Nobody likes them here.
Oh.
Anyway.
NBA basketball. Miami Heat haven't lost since Obama's first.
No, the
like
first
18 days.
Yeah, the first
18 games.
The first game in February, I think they lost, and they haven't lost since then.
Yep, and the best NBA champion, or the best streak as a reigning NBA champion is 08 Celtics right now.
Yeah.
And that's 19, so they got one more win. They tie that. I remember a couple years ago, the Houston Rockets won 20-some in a row. And they
No.
And he wasn't even on that team then.
No, not this not this guy.
But I mean,
No.
they're a little different than that team. So I think they're the odds-on favorite to be the NBA champion.
Oh yeah.
They call Billy on them odds.
But we also the Lakers have
The
found their
Lakers are. I don't know if you can say they're back, but they've
found their stride at least. I guess you could say they're officially in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're about 5 games above 500.
Dwight Howard learned where the basket is.
I think it. I mean, look, Kobe's been a little banged up. Nash has been hurt all year. Howard sat out, had a little tidbits with Kobe's and the coaching staff and how he's being used. But now there's so much talent on that team that
it was eventually going to happen. It was like the '77 Yankees. Too much talent. Eventually, it was going to click for them.
And Kobe's playing good ball.
He's backing up his talk. He said they were going to make the playoffs.
He did.
He's backing it up.
Got a big mouth.
We'll see how they finish, and we'll see. Now the playoff picture. That's the thing about basketball, where you are right. It's hard to talk about it until the playoffs because you don't know what the matchup will be yet.
Yeah, we got another 20.
About 20 games or so
for most of the teams. So we'll figure out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Marius Stoudemire's out for a while for the Knicks now. He got hurt. Knicks aren't really. I don't think they're a threat to go at the Heat too much anyway. Not unless it's a three-point shooting contest, because that's all they seem to do every time I watch them play. They jack up those long threes, and when they're not hot, they usually lose.
Yeah.
Mariano Rivera?
Yeah.
There he is. Last season as a professional player,
He's
he announced the other
be
day.
hanging it up after this season. Not a big Yankee fan, but like I said, I hope he at least is he doesn't go into the sunset struggle. That he at least this year he's the Rivera of old.
I'm a Red Sox fan, and don't support the Yankees in any stretch. But he is what the kids call a GOAT, the greatest of all time, greatest reliever of all time. He might want to go on a better year because A-Rod's out for a while, Teixeira's out for a while, Granderson's out for a while.
It's been a laundry list of injuries so far for the Yankees.
It's too bad I'll never see his last season because of their third baseman.
Kevin Euclid?
He never should have
He's their new third baseman.
Never should have.
God?
Yes, God.
Exactly. Kevin Euclid should never have pinstripes on.
Anybody watching the World Baseball Classic at all?
I tried to watch
ratings.
the one game last night, but it was all in Spanish.
I know. I actually saw you post on that on Twitter. I wanted to tell you there's another channel where it had the whole thing in English actually, but for some reason ESPN in their infinite wisdom played the entire thing in
A lot
Spanish.
of Latino girls been hitting on the mugs, so he's trying to brush up on his Spanish.
I know. Chicas bonitas.
Chicas
That's all you need to know,
bonitas.
Bugs.
Ole, Judge!
Ole,
Yes,
Judge.
that's not like ole.
Muy guapo.
Ole, El Guapo right there. Nice.
But
He's infamous.
But,
in the WBC, they're in the second round,
Yeah.
which is right before the championship round. 8 teams left.
And the U.S. amazingly is one of them, considering.
Yeah, considering they're not very good.
They're not the best. It's not the best team that they could have put on the field.
No, not even. Not even. It's similar to the Pro Bowl. Like no one even wants to go.
Yeah.
You know, people hardly want to go. And,
But how about Canada? Yeah,
Whoa,
ate their words a little bit here. They tried to rub. I guess
they thought they were playing in the NHL.
I guess
think,
some sort of rule when they played Mexico. There was some sort of rule for run down, whatever. So they bunt up 9-3 against Mexico. Mexico doesn't like it. They throw, and then you had a soccer match break out.
Well, it was similar to that because they had a run differential in standings. That was like a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So that's why. So that's where they're trying to run it up against Mexico.
Mexico wasn't a big fan. Like I said, it turned into I guess a couple fans got involved through some things.
Yeah, that was.
Not a fan of the Canada. They hunt the moose up there.
But the U.S. made them eat their words, I guess, in a one-game winner-take-all yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, U.S. advanced over Canada. I think the next day U.S. plays Puerto Rico Tuesday night on ESPN Deportes.
The Ocho.
Yeah.
Dos. ESPN Dos.
Yeah, so one more quick thing. NFL free agency starts tomorrow. Did you hear about these 2 trades today?
A couple of trades today, a couple good wideouts going to the NFC West.
Who's that?
Anquan Boldin.
Well, first Percy Harvin.
Well, first.
Yeah, Percy Harvin from the Vikings to the Seahawks. And then the 49ers
for a 6th round pick.
They must have been scared. The 49ers are very scared.
For a 6th round pick, which is, I mean, arguably that's a pretty good deal for them. They got Anquan Boldin from the Ravens for a 6th rounder.
And Boldin was the guy in the Super Bowl, made those big catches against them.
Yeah, you're right. And do you happen to, what did they get for Harvin?
Harvin, a 1st and a 7th this year.
That's not too bad then, considering they seem like they're on the outs, you know?
Yeah.
But Adrian Pearson wasn't too happy.
Nobody's happy.
He referred to him as the best overall player he's ever played with.
Yeah.
But I have an issue with that because it seems like he doesn't play too much. He's always injured.
Yeah.
You even get a 1st round player for a guy you're not going to have next year, who's injured a lot, might not play this year. Do it.
Yeah.
1st and 7th. That's all I got. This week, I don't know. Enjoy the good weather. It's going to be in the 50s all week.
There will be no. It's
I'm not the weatherman. I'm the doctor.
Yeah.
Hold your tongue, Judge.
Wow, you put the judge in contempt. All right, then I'm going to nip this in the bud before these 2 get into fisticuffs again. And Muggs goes storming off the set and goes to have to another night of
goes
drinking.
Find Foxy.
Yeah, he's going to go find Foxy for a night of drinking again, and we know where that leads to. Right, Egbert? You guys don't know about Foxy and Muggs' son yet, but you will soon.
That'd be a looker.
There's 24 kids? Oh, all right then. This has been the Sports Report for June 17th.
No, March 11th.
March 11th, 2013. Coming up after the break, Coach Krzyzewski with a K. You're watching MattyVision.com.
With a K and 5 Z's.
And Z's. And Doctor interrupts people and we dream big.
Between